What's going on, everybody? My name is Eason, and welcome back to another video. And today, guys, we're going to get into economic sectors and patterns for AP Human Geography. Let's go. So, a prerequisite term is the break of bulk point. We're going to be talking about this a good chunk of this video, which is where goods are transported from one mode of transportation to another. This could be cargo, this could be on an airplane, this could be just a car. These goods are being transported from one mode of transportation to another. It doesn't have to necessarily be from, like a plane to a boat, or a boat to a car, or a car to a plane. It could be from one boat to another boat. It could be from a plane to another another plane. That's the breakup bulk point, where it is happening. So where the goods are being transported, not what they're being transported to. So don't get that confused. But yeah, breakup bulk point. Let's get into industrialization, which is, we kind of reviewed this in the industrial revolution part of AP Geography, which industrialization, it has facilitated improvements in the standard of living. So we've seen improvements in the standard of living. The Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, standard of living was so much, I guess, easier, and it changed. People are living longer. They have access to medicine. I know we see that in the medical revolution, but we see that in the industrial revolution as well. We see more, I guess, I don't want to say electronics, more like mechanical items. We see of course, the steamboat. All of this stuff has improved the standard of living. It's made life, I guess, a lot easier, you could say, but also made life a lot harder in a lot of different ways. And I guess that's a discussion for another time. Now, it also has contributed to geographically uneven development. Remember, if you saw my effects of centripetal and centrifugal forces, uneven development is an effect of centrifugal forces. It is a centrifugal forces. And I guess it could also be an effect as well. But it has contributed to geographically uneven development. Industrialization can happen in one area of the world, or a region, or a state, and it won't happen in another. That creates centrifugal forces. Bunch of things happen there. We can categorize economic development with the world systems theory. We'll get into this in just a second. And it's kind of, you just categorize economic development. It's organization. We see a lot of organization in economics, in human geography. So let's get into that world system theory, which divides economic development into three, I guess, basic areas: core, semi-periphery, and periphery. So a core state is economically dominant. We see this with the United States. Semi-periphery, middle income, they have an emerging economy. Believe it or not, China is semi-periphery. Brazil is semi-periphery. And periphery, which is you're just your less developed countries. Nigeria, Syria. You're not going to see much economic development there. You might see some farming, but you won't see anything too crazy. Sometimes on an FRQ, an MCQ, or a textbook, they'll combine semi-periphery and periphery. So just think, okay, those are your less developed countries, your LDCs. Your core countries, your economically dominant countries, are going to be your MDCs. So remember that. Now let's get into the least cost theory, which, as we can see from this map, this is actually not a map, it could be considered a map. We'll call it a diagram. So look at this diagram of the least cost theory. We see this thing, it's P, it's called place. This is actually going to be plant. I believe that's what it stands for. M is going to stand for market, and S is going to stand for source. I might see an R for raw material as well. And then it kind of forms a triangle, and then our place, P, is the median of this triangle. So the least cost theory predicts where a plant's location, a manufacturing plant's location, based on where the market is and where the materials are. I'm going to put this on the side, and we're going to put some little stuff on the screen. So the least cost theory focuses on transportation. Where's transportation offered? How much does it cost? Can we put this there? Can we put this? Where can we put this? And can we transport stuff? Labor. How cheap is labor? How expensive is labor? Where is labor available? So they focus on that when predicting a plant. Agglomeration, or agglomeration. It's agglomeration. Basically, where is the businesses concentrated? Where are businesses at? We can kind of see this with California. We see the technology area near San Francisco, San Mateo. That's agglomeration. Deglomeration, where are people going to? Where are people leaving? We see deglomeration with Elon Musk and Tesla. They're going to Texas. A lot of other businesses are going to Texas as well. So that's what the least cost theory focuses on. And remember, the goal is to predict the location of manufacturing sites relative to the location of resources and the market. Market stands for M, and then our S's stand for sources, resource, and sometimes you'll see it as an R, which means raw materials. That's the least cost theory for you. Manufacturing location. So we learned what determines or what can guess manufacturing location. Let's get into manufacturing locations now, which is basically where things are manufactured. Now the following influence manufacturing locations: labor, transportation, break of bulk points, least cost theory, markets, and resources. So labor, where's labor offered? Transportation, can people get to this area? What transportation's offered? How much does it cost if you have to pay for like a bus service or a metro? Break of bulk points. Remember, break of bulk points is where things are transported. So will we have to transport things from new ways of transportation? The least cost theory. Where are the resources? Where is the market? Which is our next one, the market, and then of course we have the resources. Where the resources offered? What the resources? What does it cost? And with the market, who's buying? How much are they buying it for? How much of stock are they buying? All of these determine the manufacturing location. Now let's get into types of jobs. So jobs are categorized into sectors: primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary, and quinary. So a primary sector job, you're going to be seeing this in your less developed countries more than your MDCs. So which is basically the extraction or harvest of natural resources. So farming, fishing, mining, and forestry. These are natural resources, and they're collecting it, they're extracting it, they're harvesting it, they're getting these natural resources that are going to go over to our secondary sectors, our secondary jobs, which is the processing, transformation, and / or assembly of raw materials. And this is manufacturing, construction, brewery, or food processing. So we're taking raw materials and we're doing our magic with it. We're processing it. We're assembling stuff with raw materials. We're changing it up. We are just doing stuff with the raw materials. We're not taking it. We're basically going hands-on with our raw materials. And these are secondary sectors. And we can see this shared between our LDCs and MDCs. You might primarily see this in LDCs. You might primarily see this in MDCs. I guess it depends on what you're looking at, what scale of analysis you are looking at. Tertiary sectors, or tertiary, which is providing and exchanging goods and services. So those jobs, they are design, entertainment, retail, banking, marketing. They're sharing the stuff with you. They're giving and sharing the stuff with you. It's already made. They're just giving it to you. So design, they're exchanging goods and services. They're providing you a design. Entertainment, they're providing you entertainment. Retail, they're providing you a house. Banking, they're providing you money. Marketing, they're providing you propaganda. And they're exchanging you, I guess, goods and services. Quaternary sectors, which is handling, processing, and growing information, goods, and services. So don't get this confused with your primary sectors. But you are growing information, goods, and services. You're handling it, you're processing it. You're going to see this with education, law, computer science, and medicine. So you're handling the medicine, you're growing the medicine, you're creating the medicine, you're processing the medicine. In education, you are processing information, you're giving information to other people. Law, same thing. Computer science, you're growing information, handling information, processing information. So basically, these are going to be those jobs that, pay, decent amounts. Aside education, because no one gets paid as a teacher. Then we got our quinary sectors, which are high level and complex decision making. We'll see this in quaternary sectors, in LDCs and MDCs, and we'll see our tertiary sectors and MDCs. But our quinary sectors, which is what we're on, is high level complex decision making. So your research scientists, your government officials, and your legal consultants. These are the ones, doing this stuff. They're making tons of money, and they're doing a lot of decision making. They're determining what is best for this person. What happened here? Am I gonna believe this? What happened? Just who did this? Why did this happen? They're doing the thinking. Alright, and that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. This might have seemed like a little boring, but to me it's extremely interesting. Complete the scout check on the screen. It'll help you. If you guys want to join my Discord server to teach other people new things or to learn something new yourself, the link is in the description down below. Please subscribe. It really does help me out. Leave a like on the video. That helps me out as well. If you want to leave some criticism, leave a comment down below. I read every comment, and I will be sure to respond with like a thank you or heart or pin or something like that. I got nothing else for y'all, so adios.